black industrialists, but we need ukuthi sibe straight, test your market. Ngizocela nje ukufaka le story esincane. There are guys whom I met last year at Umlazi, because other thing umuntu ayenzayo beside ukupusha into zakhe, we also promote local product, local businesses, small businesses, especially youth businesses. If you go on my social media, of which I'm sure nonke niwaphethe my phone, just look for Sianda Kelvin Tenga. Bhala phansi lapha useshe fonini Sianda Kelvin Tenga. What we do Nomfundo on a weekly basis, we go out and look for business abantu abasha namabhizinisi abantu abamnyama, ngikhuluma ngesiZulu bangifuni bezwe, and we profile these businesses. We give them a platform, we showcase them ukuthi bonakale. There's a story of two young boys, young men from Umlazi, Umbonisi noSandile. I met them last year. Bakwa babhaka izinkwa. They have a bakery. Mangifika lapha Nomfundo, I mean, like, their bakery was 3x3, size of 3x3. It was a shack. Ababesebenza la kuyona benza izinkwa. When ngifika kubona, I was like, okay, into ebalekile njengamanje is a product. Let's just market the product, of which is izinkwa lesenzenzayo. Saba profile kwa right. Fast forward, due to the trust, the private sector, esibekile la kumina, I was approached by enye inkampani engeke ngiyibize ngegama engisebenzisana nayo ukuthi we would like to assist this business as part of our enterprise development. And babasiza, we bought them a 12-meter container stocked up with equipment edingakalayo just to ukuthi inyuse i-production yabo yezinkwa, and also indawo econducive ukuthi besebenzele kuyona. And then that was when ngakhombisa abantu ukuthi basuka phi labantu. That's when I started sharing isithombe somkhukhu. It was very painful. A lot of people were shocked. These guys could make so much from umkhukhu nje. Fast forward this year, July, during unrest, whereby there was a shortage of bread. Wow. People would drive from Manzimtoti, from Umhlanga, from wherever to go and buy isinkwa Umlazi.
Sure.
Because they were the only bakery that was open, that could sell the most essential thing, isinkwa. So sometimes we look for complicated businesses. Siyeke izinto eziphambi kwethu ezimple. Earlier on when I started my contribution, I said, right now there are a lot of abandoned factories, there are a lot of abandoned malls, there are a lot of abandoned stores in our townships. What are we doing? We need to go and occupy those spaces. We can't be complaining ukuthi uShoprite awusafuna ukubuya la, uSpar awusafuna ukubuya. Okabaka lo Spar, okaba lo Shoprite. We can't be consumers forever. We need young people, we need abantu abamnyama who are gonna go and occupy those spaces, because it's about time whereby we say our economy, when we talk of township and rural economy, it must stay in townships and rural areas. Ungathi nijabulela ukuthi sine mall, but onke ama products alapha kufika imoto zizowafaka from ama suburbs aonwa abantu abakama ngezandla. You understand? So bengifisa nje ukusharisha leyo ngesikhathi ngena kuleyo production, but also to say let's tap into ama opportunities aphambi kwethu. You don't need to do the most difficult thing. I mean, like those guys, even now, we're looking into taking them to other sections so that ESG bakeries are all over, because every day you wake up, you buy a sink. So, yeah, I thank you.
Sure. That is so brilliant. I want to land a point that you said, which it doesn't have to be complicated. And this is specifically because Captain Ngobo spoke about us not getting into the space of the ocean economy because we don't know about it. And she made examples. There's things like catering that we do understand that can bring us into the industry. So when we are there, we learn about other things. Ukuthi, oh, kanti kunabantu that actually navigate these ships. I want to ask Nonkosi to come in to this point because I know Untenga mentioned the start of the journey that was arduous, that was difficult. Basabhakela kwi-Shek. And I know, mhlambe, you also have a story to share about those moments where it feels like ulpusha wedwa leli business kunzima.
Kujwayelekile ukuthi as a business person ufile isolated, ufile lonely because your idea is yours. Umlilo lo ufilwa wena. Ungaba nabangani abaku-understandayo ibhizinisi lakho noma unabantu abasekhaya abali-understandayo, but every time uhaslisha noma ugrinda usuke uwedwa. Even ungaba bakhona abasebenzi bakho osuke uphusha nabo abaku-understandayo ukuthi i-production imele ithini, but every day wena osuke ufile isolated because akekho umunye umuntu ozo-understanda this vision uNkulunkulu akupha yona. So that is why uhleze uzofila engathi uwena ophusha wedwa ngoba akekho umunye ozotshengisa ukuthi unawo like 100% akekho whether you like it or not. So iyabashaya abantu abaningi ke abantu abasha noma abasebhizinisini uma sekufika kuleyo phase because abanye bagcina bephela amandla efile ngazathi uyedwa.
Sure.
Then is when okumele ukwazi ukuthi ucollaborate ube nabantu obukela kubona ukuze if uficela leso simo leso kumele uhambe uyobuza ukuthi mfowethu kwenziwa kanjani ke mase kunje, lapho uzokwazi ukuthi ubuye uvuseleleke ngoba kufanele ukuthi icishe lento engaphakathi. So yeah, ilokho
Sure.
engakusho.
Thank you so much for sharing that. And I think most of us, if we go through the business journey, we're sitting here, and I'm sure we are cabanga nje ukuthi, if it wasn't for ETBF 23, mhlawumbe ngabe sengiyekile. But I'm here just to hear one more thing engayizama ukuthi izinto zami ziqonde. And I'm just here to assure you that we're going to get into a question and answer session. Even if you're watching us online, you can comment, and then that question will reach us on stage so that our panelists can answer. In fact, I think at this point we can start with just the first round of questions from our audience. And just give you an opportunity to engage with the panel. So if you do want to ask a question, just raise your hand so I can take the first round of questions. In the meantime, as you find courage, I want to throw this to our audience. You spoke about the importance of, from the get-go, take yourself seriously. You had your attorney. You chose somebody in your corner. And how important is that? And Nteng, I think you also spotted an opportunity to partner. Usemsebenzini, uyazenzela into zakho, but like an opportunity to collaborate. Let me do it as well. Nonkosi, you spoke about your friends being your first clients. And I want to ask just the whole panel, just quickly, maybe two minutes, also Captain Ngobo, just the power of collaboration in making things ukuthi zenzeke.
Yeah.
Maybe let me start right at the far left.
Far left.
Yes.
Sicela ungiphendule kancane nje.
Collaboration,
Yeah.
how is it important to ensure ukuthi ibhizinisi liya phambili?
Ngingasho ukuthi kuyasiza because njengoba bengishilo ukuthi khona ezinye izinto uyayofile ukuthi mangabe ngizenza ngedwa angeke ngikwazi ukuphumelela kahle. Kodwa mangabe kukhona abantu oyaye ubathinte uyakwazi ukuthi usizakale ukuze uthole ukuphumelela.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I also
Yeah,
echo the
right.
same. I echo the same because, as you can imagine, mina ngikwazi ukushayela umkhumbi. That's what I studied, what I've got experience on ngishayela umkhumbi. Just like pilots flies an aeroplane, taxi driver, itegis. So for me to transition now into the space where I want to bring about change, and I'm not conversant in certain spaces, I had to have people around me, ukuthi kwenziwa kanjani la, you know. Although I must say that what matters also is this thing they call self-disruption, you know.
Sure.
Self-disruption helped me a lot because if there's one thing, one advantage that self-disruption does, it keeps things exciting and you keep discovering and it keeps things moving. That way you know, it's okay, my talent lies here and I can back up my talent with my education here. But I do have a friend who can tie up what my vision is and make the bigger picture possible. So that, I feel, brings the importance of collaboration into knowing where you're good at, what you're good at, keep disrupting yourself so you can keep playing into the spaces and discover more things. Along the way,
Yeah.
along the way you will know how to plug in and how to feed into the larger, bigger picture. And I think it's a no-brainer to
Yeah.
be able to connect, network with the right skill so that you can be able to make change together with the right people.
Sure.
I know, for instance, when I do my work with the youth, we're doing boat building now. With boat building, it was small boats that we had to build, and I drive ships, so it's like far out, you know. But I know South Africa needs boat builders, and we don't have instructors on boat building. I then discovered, no, this thing, kahle kahle, it's hard to even get accredited for it. It's about skill.
Yeah.
So, uthola oh mama, basi abuilde le boats because they need someone with a welding background. Not me, definitely not. I need someone with a boat painting background, you know. So the larger product was made possible from collaborations.
Sure.
But all I know is drive ships. So I echo completely with what Ulungelo said.
Sure. Mr. Tang.
Yeah, ngiyazwakala?
Yes.
Oh, thanks. I think the captain has said it all. You can't do it on your own. That's a fact. You know, a journey that can take you 2 years, if you're trying to do it on your own, it can take you 10 years, 15 years, you know. Isikhathi sokuba unto yami, it's over now. We can't be working in silos. We need partnerships, we need collaborations. But what is